On the green, fared out of the inside. Scott Hans takes the high side. And run to green for 75.
Hans and Fair side by side for the race lead. Blake Childers is right there. Here comes Brian Maxim as well. Around the outside of Trayton Lapsevich. Out of turn number 1. Leader lap 1 is going to be Harold Fair Jr.
Harold Fair leads lap number 1 at Berlin. Childers back to second. Scott Hans third. Field really stacked up a little bit farther behind him. Again, Brian Maxim spins right in front of the field. He's going to be down to the inside, thankfully out of the groove.
A little contact between him and Kyle Crump in the one of the 2 blue number 16.
See if we can see what happened here. There's Maxim.
And it looks like
he got loose out of 2 all by himself.
Yeah, and Kyle Crump did all he could and never touched. Look at that. I thought maybe that him and Crump got together, but Kyle Crump did a yeoman's job behind the wheel of the first of 2 Big Rigs Incorporated number 16s for the Bobby Blount Motorsports stable.
All speed. We're going to try it again. Harold Fair gets a better jump this time. Blake Childers not able to drive away with it as quickly anyway. They get nearly side by side, but Childers still, even with that restart, is able to grab the lead away. With just 1 lap down, 73 laps to go. This is a long race. Attrition's going to be an issue in this division.
75 laps for an Outlaw Super Late model on a 7/16 mile is a long race. It really is. Till 2:15 p.m. this afternoon. And now Needles is all over Blake Childers for the race lead.
Needles challenging for the lead. Trevor McCoy, not going to be his night. Pulls it in early at lap number 13 as we see another battle for the lead. Needles is there. Can he get around Childers?
Needles the inside. Former track champion here at Berlin Raceway. 3-time and defending Reveal the Hammer Series champion. To the inside of Blake Childers. They're side by side. Needles to his right elbow. Blake Childers, but new leader on lap 16. It is going to be Steve Needles.
Wow, look at the lap traffic in front of him. Matt, there's a ton of cars up there. Brian Maxim off the pace. Steve Needles.
Is that Needles?
And that's Needles.
Needles shuts it down right behind slow Brian Maxim.
Oh, man.
And wow, this one went nuts in the last 3 laps. We lost 5 cars, Matt, in the last 3 laps. What a battle. Childers the outsider. A couple cars pull in. Tough break for both Max Fair and Trevor McCoy. We go back to the front, and now Needles, they check that.
Look at slide up on him.
By a little bit. Good racing up front. Give it to Bergaker.
New leader.
43 to go.
42 laps to go. Lap 33, new leader Brian Bergaker.
Looking at Brian Bergaker, we've seen this trend in the previous races in Sportsman and in 4-cylinder. Clean air, and he is out of there. Watching Jeff Striegel put his hands on his head, and caution is out at Berlin for the 3rd or 4th time
Adam
this evening.
Terry, who was running third.
Oh, Terry just may have grenaded a motor in the 4 machine.
Oh, man.
Tough break for Adam Terry. Second in the points coming into tonight.
We'll find out.
Trayton Lapsevich to the high side of Blake Childers for second. There's Tyler Rohrig. Mark Shook caught Tim DeVos snapping, put Shook into the 5th spot. Here comes Rohrig to the inside of Lapsevich. They'll go into turn number 3, put Rohrig on the podium in 3rd.
2 by 2, 2 rows deep as they go outside of the top 5. Tim DeVos didn't get the best start necessary, but now he sits 6th in line. Rohrig gets a terrible exit out of turn number 2, and Lapsevich now behind him.
And to your point, Rick, clean air, so important. You hear about it on Sundays in the NASCAR Cup Series. Take a look at those noses. Look at Blake Childers. Those 2 little holes. That's all he's got to keep that engine cool. And look at playing Tyler Rohrig, who passed him for the 2nd spot. Rohrig now in the 2nd. He's got the fishing pole out. I'm going to try to reel in Brian Bergaker, but does he have the right bait with 32 laps to go?
Bergaker's got to hang on. Oh, and the lap car there, right in front of him again. Oh, and Bergaker goes up the hill, way up the hill, and that gave the lead to Rohrig as they were negotiating lap traffic. Steve Stacy got right in the way, and Rohrig grabs the lead with 20 to go.
Matt, it looked like Bergaker was expecting Steve Stacy to go higher. Bergaker was anticipating a different line from that lap traffic, and he was trying to use that lap traffic as a pick. Not so this time. 18 to go. Rohrig, new leader.
No, we got trouble. Turn number 2.
Scott Thomas, I think, had a little help from Brian Bergaker there, battling to stay on the lead lap. Mark Shook, who doesn't race a ton at Berlin at all. That's a great run, Matt, for him in fourth. And Childers, again, probably not going to win it tonight, but another solid run at Berlin. He's got to be happy with that. 1 to go this time by for Rohrig. He's about to catch a bunch of lap traffic, but it's not going to matter.
Tyler Rohrig gets the white flag from chief starter Tony Postma. 1 lap to go. Tyler Rohrig, the 34-year-old driver from Plymouth, Indiana, looking to make a little bit of history. Looking to tie Steve Needles for the most wins all time and reveal the Hammer Outlaw Super Late Model Series history on a turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Tyler Rohrig, 3rd win of the season, 7th of his career.
Bergaker 2nd, Lapsevich 3rd, Mark Shook 4th, Blake Childers top 5. Justin Clardy 6th, Tim DeVos, fast qualifier and all, goes 7th. How about this? Scott Thomas from 19th to 8th. Last car on the lead lap finishes 8th. Doug Rodenheiser survives it after a few bangs around today, comes home 9th.
You're able to do it, cut through the field from the midpoint of the field, but then especially that battle with Brian Bergaker, able to take the lead, then able to hang on the subsequent restarts. Tell us about your race, tell us about the battle for the lead, and how you were able to stay out front.
Yeah, you know, the start of the race, I had to go a little harder than what I really wanted to, but I don't know what to say about this car. It's just an amazing car, and, you know, we got in a second, and I knew just it was a matter of time. You know, I just had to wait for the right time to strike and, you know, make sure I didn't get wrecked or anything like that, passing for the lead. But, no, we had a great car, I got to think. First choice auto body, car wash at 821, Schneider Auto Sales, Evan Jackson Racing Engines, Penske Racing Shocks, Joe Hornick Enterprises, True Performance and Fabrication. They got the best Outlaw nose out here. And, you know, I got a lot of people here on the crew this weekend, and it's nice to race with all my friends here and in front of a good crowd at Berlin again. You know, I can't say enough about this racetrack too, and the management here and the fans. It makes a difference to the drivers when the fans are this passionate and they show up.
You mentioned that crew, as I said. You've won 3 straight here. You extend your points lead in the series as well. What about this race team is working so well? Why is this car and this team on such a roll at the moment?
Yeah, you know, I'm not real sure what makes it so good, honestly. This car really doesn't get a ton of attention. I'm so immersed in open wheel racing, but maybe just not overthinking it is why it's so good. So, yeah, I mean, I got a great team behind me. We worked hard today. I didn't feel that good, honestly, in practice and qualifying, and we made a few changes, and it really worked out for us.
Congrats, Tyler.
Thank you.
Tyler Rohrig defends his Reveal the Hammer July win here at Berlin.